Welcome back, everybody, to what has been for me a very, very long break from Rimworld. I think it'll be a couple of days since the last episode. One episode, I guess, kind of a break for you guys as well. So, last episode, let me just point this out very quickly. Last episode that you guys saw was a little bit questionable, having watched some of it back, and obviously I've read through all the comment section. I've gathered all of the comments from the time that I was away, and I've put that into a big list of things that we've got to work on today. Should point out, the episode I recorded, the one that you last saw, was at the end of something like a 17-hour recording session to have enough content to cover me over Christmas, and even then I ran out. So, if that episode was a little bit questionable, you know why. Things like forgetting moisture pumps exist, for example, not realizing that embrasures, insulated walls, that type of thing, or didn't insulate walls, I should say. All of that is probably part of that. So in theory, this episode should be better, except now I've got the flu. So if you can't hear it in my voice, or if you can't tell from the fact that I sound like an old man trying to go a flight of stairs, that's basically what's going on here. So I would say this episode would be better. Just bear with me. Hopefully I'll be good within a couple of days. But like I said, I've got a massive list of all the things you guys have suggested and all the things you guys point out that I sort of missed, or maybe in my sort of tired haze completely skipped over as I was going through. So essentially we're going to work through that, but ideally I want to obviously wrap up this series relatively soon. You know, we're getting to the start of a new year. I want to start off a new series. This one's definitely gone on for way too long. I did briefly discuss this in the update video I put up a couple of days ago, but my goal was always to have maximum 30 to 35 episode series in Rimworld, which obviously equates to just about a month's worth of content, or just over a month's worth of content. This one's going on for, what, like 40, 50 episodes now, something ridiculous like that. So I do want to start wrapping this one up soon. The goal is, of course, to build the massive central AI core, this one here, the Sky Cloud core, which is going to have so much stuff. There's like a lot to talk about today, so I won't get into too deep things here. But I do want to try and wrap this up by the new year, so we're probably looking at about another week of this series, and then we shall move on to bigger and better things. But I definitely want to give this one its fair shake still. Don't worry about that. We're gonna definitely make sure the ending comes around well. And then to start off with, as many of you guys pointed out, the embrasures were the things causing the problem, not actually the Android charging stations, so we can get those, if we flip over back to the heat map here, we can get those reinstalled. I guess those things just flip to whatever the ambient temperature of the room is, we'll get this reinstalled. I will double check, but everyone was pretty intent on it being definitely the embrasures that were causing the temperature problems there, and that makes a lot of sense, given an embrasure is literally a hole with a wall in it. I think that does that does make a lot more sense than I was sort of giving it credit for. Again, I was like exhausted when I was recording those episodes, but hey, that's YouTube for you. So let's get some of these reinstalled in somewhere a bit more sensible rather than just the entrance bay, huh? I guess one like, have we got one in like this room or any in this area? Get one in the workroom just makes a lot of sense. Let's put one just like in the center of the workroom and get that reinstalled. Just see its effect on the temperature, but that should be good. That should be absolutely fine. So we are still rebuilding after the raid that happened at the end of last episode. One of our robots was knocked down. I think it was Repairbot 3. Definitely looks the most damaged. Yeah, so he's doing okay now. Definitely been patched up. Not going to bleed out. That was the important thing. I wanted to make sure nobody was going to bleed out or die because, you know, accidental deaths at this stage is just unexcusable. Now, there's a lot of comments on the door setup. Now, don't get me wrong, the auto door setup works, but there are much better ways to do it. As many of you point out, we have the automatically deployable barriers. I actually didn't know this was a thing in Vanilla Furniture Expand. You might remember from a couple of mod packs ago, we actually had a similar mod that adds also walls that are powered. So I assume these work in a similar way, that when they have power, they will be lowered, and when they don't have power, they'll be raised. So it's essentially the door system, but automatic. Now, we can actually take this one step further. The automated core system that which we're going to try and install sometime soon, the Sky Cloud core, this essentially, what's the best way to describe it? From the way I understand it, essentially allows us to become the sort of overall, we essentially get full control of the grid. Let's say, for example, that's what the whole, I don't know if you've seen it here, on certain buildings, certain objects. I don't know if I can find something here, maybe on the turrets might be a good example. We've seen it previously, but it's like connect to Hive Mind core. Now that I've said that, I literally cannot find anything that can connect to it. I feel like I'm going crazy here. Yep, okay, oh, wait, hang on. No, I'm actually going to say, look, point is, there are things that we can connect up to the grid, and we can control manually from that big central system. So we can flick switches off, and rather than a character having to run over and turn it off, it will just do it automatically, because we are hooked up into that grid. I swear we've seen this before. Am I going insane right now? Anyway, it doesn't matter. That is definitely something that we can do. So in theory, not only will these barriers be a definite upgrade from the doors, because we don't have to risk someone's life, but we can control it with this central processor when we actually get it built. So that's something I definitely want to try and get done by the end of today, is to build this Sky Cloud core. Now, with this, I've been told that we should get a, and I think this is kind of cool just for the, like, thematically as well. Getting, like, a big bunker filled with turrets, filled with, apparently we need a lot of cooling for it as well. There's obviously a lot of these, like, security cabinets, skill cabinets. I don't know what any of these really do, but getting these installed in the same room, just having this massive server room, well defended, nicely set out, looking sort of very techno-electronic, that would be kind of nice. So I think we'll clear out another section of the cave and install it into there, get a big room built for it, just so that we can download, and I believe we could download 0 into that or something like that, right? Anyway, I don't remember. Oh yeah, look at that. Uploading digitalized brains of your colonists and its memory to make them immortal and omniscient. So we could download... Let me think of a way we can do this. So can we do it so we download 0 into the mainframe, download 1 into 0's body? Because right now, as we've discussed previously, 0 is fantastic. I want him to be sort of spread throughout the entire base. I want him to be in control of absolutely everything here. But his body is incredibly powerful, but he can't do anything with it. You know, he's got all these limitations on his skills. If we download 1 into 0's body, we get all of those bonuses with none of the drawbacks. Then we can download 0 into the grid, and he has literally, like, assimilated our entire base at that stage. And I feel like we've come full circle with the theme of the series in particular. So that's something I want to do with that. But is there a way we can download 0 into the grid, download 1 into 0's body? How would we do that? So we'd have to... Because the second we download 0 into the grid, he's going to die, isn't he? And if we download... So what we need to do then is to create a shitty sort of surrogate bot, like a crappy tier 1 android. Download... No, because even if I do that, it'll kill him. How can we do that to get 1... We want to maintain 0, but we also want to download 1 into 0. I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll find a way to it. Maybe we can just do that when the Sky Core comes out. Oh, we can duplicate consciousness, can't we? That's how we do it. So we duplicate 0 into Sky Mind, then we just download 1 into 0's body. So we don't need that surrogate middleman. That will work. Okay, cool. So we'll think about that as we go here. Right, so I want to put one of these down. So let's let me just sort of plan out a little room here. So we're going to have a room sort of that size. That way I think we've got room for expansion again. I don't really know what exactly we need to do with this quite yet, because I've never built one of these before. So it's going to be a lot of sort of testing out, making sure things are right. 16,000. Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about. It's colony wealth. But firstly, let's go and trade with that stellar miner. Make sure we can get some more steel, because I think we've got everything we need to build this besides the steel, haven't we? 1,500 silver. That surely we can sell anything to be able to get that. Yeah, we've only got 336, so that won't take much. And then 2,000 steel. What are we looking at right now in terms of steel? 0? Oh, AC1. Oh, God. So it might as well just be 0, huh? Now, this was actually pointed out in the comment section. I don't think it was last episode, but the episode before that. Somebody said that it would be a good idea, and this is why I've dismantled some of the marauders, not to use only marauders. A lot of our steel, a lot of our plasteel, a lot of our colony wealth is coming from the raiders. You know, killing the raiders, then dismantling them over in this thing, smelting down their weapons, their armor, whatever else. That's bringing in a lot of the resources that's allowing us to build up our base. If we've got all these marauders just destroying the corpses and blowing everything to bits, we're never going to be able to... we're basically cutting our income in half, or I mean, right down to essentially nothing. So we've got to be very careful about the amount of these that we put down. We obviously want to survive. That's the main thing here. But we've got to keep it also sustainable so that we can build all this crazy shit. Like I said, I've nerfed the quarry so much that we can't rely on that for resources. I mean, what's going on now? 135 steel since I've been doing the setup today. So really not that good whatsoever. That's why I think we need to focus on marauders. Maybe we could even keep them turned off. Connect them up to Skyline, keep them turned off unless we're desperate. Then we turn them on, kill whatever's left. But we need these corpses to be able to provide us with the resources. So you've got to be very careful with how we handle that. Anyway, let's go trade with these guys, see what they've got for us here. Steel? They've got 1,000. Oh, that's good. Okay. We need to sell them something to be able to afford this, right? Do you want to buy some... I want to buy Syntholine. Do you want to buy... Hey, Persona Cores. Of course I don't. 127. I'm going to throw those outside, and we're just going to blow them up or something. Because, realistically, they're worthless to us right now. They're just making the game more difficult, right? So we'll do something about those in a second. Selling the bird skin. We're definitely... Again, we don't need the medicine, the ambrosia, the yayo, the wake. We don't need any of this shit, so you can have all that. We need... And how much was it? Like 2,000? So we need to make sure that we're coming away with at least 2,000 silver from this. So we need like another net 4,000 here. Oh, God. Sell the Jade? That almost seems irreverent given the dinosaur series, but hey. Sell them 1,500 synth mind. Now, the reason I'm selling them that is because, of course, all we need to make more synth mind is just power and time. Ideally, time we're always going to have, unless we die, so I think we can take that one off. And again, power, I mean, is going to be extremely self-sufficient unless the reactor goes into meltdown. We've never got to worry about that. So, I mean, obviously, the oil is... It seems to be infinite. You know, we're never going to run out of oil at the rate we're going here, so I'm absolutely going to sell those off. Right, so that's the silver dealt with. We just need the tiniest little bit more steel now. In fact, with the steel that we just got there from the... Where the hell did that land? Oh, God, they smashed our beacon? Where did that land? I have no idea. Did it come down through the ceiling somewhere? Anyway, look, it's somewhere. With that, plus what we've got in the quarry, the little bit that we are getting from the quarry there, if they didn't have just constant failure, holy shit, I might have nerfed it a little bit too much. But hey, you know what? I don't want infinite resources coming into the game. I think that should be fair. With all of that, hey, that might be enough to actually start work on this. Whoa, there's more research. Hang on. Wait, did we not finish the research? Maybe this is from the new Android++ update. I thought maybe it had updated it in the past sort of like week where I've been away, but no, there is actually, this must be from last time, huh? So the VX neural chip, is that the one that allows us to, yeah, duplicate and permute their mind? This is what we need if we want to download Zero into the machine, I hope, and also download 1 into Zero's body without losing either. We don't want it so that, obviously, Zero downloads into the machine and dies, as with what will happen when you download any Android mind into a different body. So that would suck kind of massively if we did that. Let's be very careful not to lose this body, because we are not going to get another Tier 5 Android by the end of the series. That's just not going to happen. So we need to be very careful that I don't throw away this opportunity we've got. So let's start work on that one. I want to make it as futuristic as possible, so we might end up replacing the marble walls later on. In fact, can we get, like, under River Puddle, are there walls made out of plastic, or is that just not possible? Maybe that's just under structure, huh? Oh, wait, red sterile... Oh, right, that's with the... Okay, got it. Can we... Oh, yeah, white syntholine, there it is. That would look a lot cooler, and to be fair, we've got a shitload of white syntholine, so I'm going to go ahead and just quickly dig up these walls as well. Sorry to waste your time, Builderbots, there, but I do think this will look a lot nicer for a server room. Is that another... That's a different stellar miner, isn't it? Oh, shit, okay. Hang on, we could definitely get this done by the end of today, then. That's fantastic. So... Yeah, oh, that's so good. Okay, more steel. Then we want, so we still want to keep that net of steel, because I don't think they've actually started working on the central core yet. So let's sell, oh god, what can I sell? I'm running out of stuff to sell now. We could sell them the actual just synth thread instead. You know, sell them all. There we go. So that way we're still getting enough. In fact, we could break even and still be fine. Maybe we won't sell them all of that. You know what? Why not? Honestly, we're not using it right now. Get rid of it. There we go. So I also want to destroy some of these as well before the next raid turns up, so that we're not fighting anything super powerful. I want to focus as much as possible on getting this built as soon as possible. And one of the ways we can do that is obviously by reducing the size of the raids that we're getting in here. So we can manually target with these, right? And they'll just, like, fire explosives or something. Oh, it requires a weapons console, but yeah, it does look like they act like artillery or mortars. So let's put down... This is going to be very painful for me to see as just a Rimworld player, and hopefully it'll be painful for you guys as well. Let's put down a nice AI Persona Core firing range. One of the weirdest things I thought I would ever say in Rimworld. Let's put one of these down and just blow this stuff up, because I'm done with it. We don't need these. We don't need this many, especially. Why don't we save a few? How about that? Why don't we save a couple of the things? So why don't we shrink this zone all the way down? Why don't we save 8? I think that's more than fair. We'll say that's critical, and then this one over here will be low priority. That way they'll haul all the access into there. If this one's, obviously, if this one's not filled, then move the rest over. I don't think I need to explain priority here. I don't understand how that works. I know I set everything to critical. It's just a force of habit. It's something that I will try and get over, you know. It's just something that I do just to make sure things are going to work as kind of intended. Right, let's get all of this stuff hauled over. Get it gone. We're going to blow this shit up as soon as possible. Right, Zero. I guess anybody could do it. I don't know why I always have Zero on it. Man that for me. Thank you, friend. Okay, and then... Oh, thank you, Zero. Right on cue. All right, let's get this shit blown up. Oh, it's slightly within minimum range. That was a bit dumb in hindsight, but hey. Yeah, this is going to be painful to watch. This is going to be painful to watch, but you know what? We've done so much weird shit in this series. Why not blow up a whole bunch of AI Persona cores? Oh! Wow. Okay. Yeah, no, that's pretty much what... I wanted to catch it, like, maybe try and get it in slow-mo or something, but no, it just is ridiculous, isn't it? It's so powerful. Let's blow the rest up. I'm interested in what this will do on our wealth graph. Bear in mind, how much is each one of these worth? 4,000, and we're blowing up 42 of them. 0. Let's be careful here, friend. How many have you got in your backpack there? Okay, hold fire. Hold fire. Oh, someone also pointed out that I toggled, I accidentally toggled, hold fire on some of these things. Does that mean they are holding fire, or does that mean... I can never remember which way around it is. If hold fire is ticked, then they are holding fire, right? So that they're fine with, that we're fine with, that we're fine with. Have I done that on these? No, we're fine. We're okay. What about the flame turrets? Everything's fine, I think. That's a little better. Okay, so let's go set force target. I mean, I might as well set them both to fire at different points, huh? You blow up those ones, you blow up those ones. All I'm interested in doing this for... Oh, build a bot, stay away. All I'm interested in doing this for is to see what the wealth graph looks like after this. Holy fuck. They actually have a much bigger spread than it would appear as well. Like, we set that where? Right, like, right there? It actually fires quite a lot outside of that. I mean, obviously, because we've blown up, like, all of those different cores there. Right, let's get rid of these two as well. Stop force target, set force target there. Then I think we're good. I mean, that's so painful to blow up all of that shit because it's normally so valuable in base game Rimworld, but hey. And then what's that doing to our power grid as well? I should keep an eye on that one because that'll be kind of interesting. Stay away. Get back, you beast. I'm specifically not doing this on speed 2 so I don't accidentally blow someone up during weapons testing. Oh, repair bot 3. You're playing a dangerous game, my friend. Okay, we're good. Right, that's not going to update till the next day, though, is it? Which is a real shame. Yeah, okay, we'll keep an eye on that. I don't think it's going to drop by a huge amount, but it still should be significant enough to affect the raids. I mean, that's kind of what I'm hoping for anyway. Right, let's go ahead and stop forced attack, just so that's safe. Just leave those outside to rot then, otherwise. Okay, back to business, team. How close are we to getting this thing online? Actually, not too bad. Actually, not too bad at all. I have specifically, I don't know if you could quite work it out there, I've specifically stopped them mining away certain things so the whole roof doesn't collapse in. Back to my big list of stuff that I've written up for the past 7 episodes. One of the big things that a lot of people have been shouting at me about is that a lot of these upgrades that I thought wouldn't work with our like marauders, our railguns, whatever else, turns out they just do work. Apparently the marauder and I mean we knew the marauder did, but apparently the Punisher counts as an energy weapon, which is very weird. But hey, I mean it's worth apparently researching all of this shit just because of the speed. Apparently the durability upgrades in particular are very, very powerful. So we want to get all of these done as soon as possible. So I'm absolutely shit. These ones don't cost money though. Oh, right, cool. Oh, so the ones with the silver next to it obviously cost money, obviously. Right, so let's start these then. And apparently we've already ticked the weapons data for that one. Don't know why. Fire any... Oh, maybe... No? The other weapons... So why has he ticked that one off but none of the others? It doesn't matter. But yeah, this is what we want to go for. Look, it's like turret speed 200%. That's going to be so much more useful for acquiring targets, particularly these bigger, slower weapons. That seems like it could be exactly what we're after right now. So we'll get this research done as soon as possible. Zero's going to finish the very, very final research once again for the second time in this playthrough. Oh, or you're going to go do that one. Hey, don't do that one first. Hang on. Stop that a second. Let's go and finish off this neural chip so that way we can obviously disable all this other stuff if we feel like it. There we go. Okay, research how to craft the VX3 chip, which will allow us to clone Zero, download Zero into the grid, and then download 1 to Zero's body and fully use all of the power that the Tier 5 android has going for it. Right, okay, so now... Wait, what the fuck is he researching now? There is another? Wait, what? What are you researching, you weird man? Advanced... Oh, right, okay. Advanced components using Syntholine. I remember someone in Discord saying this. I did try and keep an eye on not only the comments from YouTube, but also Discord as well. Yeah, so that's another thing that's added there. So we can turn Syntholine into advanced components, kind of cut corners on that one. So we would spend less time, obviously, at the workbenches. But we've got so many work speed bonuses from the fabrication cabinets, from obviously all of this stuff as well. Probably wouldn't even bother with the Syntholine. That's probably honestly slower, even though it's infinite. It's probably slower than the other stuff. I suppose if we wanted to save some resources, that wouldn't be so bad. That's not going to take much time at all, is it? Yeah, it's going to take only a few seconds to get that one done. So I'll let him finish that one. Then we'll go straight on with the Rim Atomic stuff. I hope we're okay for this next raid. I feel like we're in kind of a weak situation, huh? Also, why are we not getting that built? Also, why are we building out of wood? Hang on. Let's stop that for... build a bot, please. Get that one done as soon as possible. Thank you, my friend. Otherwise, we've got kind of a big glaring hole in the security of the base there. There we go. In theory, that should be the final research for the second/third time. So we are now Archotech. Right, so I think that means we've got absolutely everything. So now we go back to the Rim Atomic stuff, get this stuff done as soon as possible, get everything upgraded. So that way, even using only 2 Marauders will still be hopefully quite effective here. I'm a little bit worried. Like I was saying, you know, this is, I think, the weakest we've been in terms of the actual turret defense. These things are still very weak. You know, we don't have any of the upgrades thrown in them yet. They are protected, obviously, by the plastic embraces, by the sandbags. But as we've seen previously, it doesn't take much to actually destroy these things. It'd be a real shame to lose them. Can we also, on the subject of that, hey, do you want to fancy repairing these things? They're very expensive. I also don't want to lose them now that we've got all the levels on it as well. Can I go here? No path. Where the fuck are you, then? How long has he been in there? How long have you been in there? Oh, my God. That's why I didn't notice he was in there, because he's stuck. This is the thing I was talking about again. He's stuck doing a job, which apparently hauling steel. So it didn't show him as idle either. So he's just been trapped in this cave for God knows how long. Oh, for fuck's sake, Rimworld. That's not my fault. I think we can hopefully all agree on that one. That sucks. Okay. Go on then, let yourself out, you weirdo. I feel like I better check everybody now just to make sure, but hopefully we're fine. I don't know where else they would get stuck, so that's probably okay. Right, after you've done that one, Builderbot, let's get you just quickly repairing all of these as soon as possible. Thank you. All right, how long we got? We got 2 hours. We can get these repaired, and then I'll get everyone into position. They are turned on, right, as well? Okay, yeah, so we're all good then. Okay, let's just leave the doors open. Like I said, if the enemies get too close, we can just toggle them off. That way our guys won't get destroyed. Okay, 1 hour left. Let's get to position, see how well we do this time without all of those crazy sentry guns. Or, never mind, because it's a psychic ship. Wait. Poison ship? 39 days ago? Oh, did I just forget to destroy that? Oh, you know what? That's the one we woke up with the last raid, and then I forgot to actually shell it and destroy it. Okay, that's fine. That's actually great news. I'll go and destroy that poison ship, but we'll try and not destroy that one yet. We'll wait for the next big raid to turn up, and then obviously we'll have the we'll have the enemy fight the other guys. We'll have the mechanoids fight our enemies as they come in. Right, let's get you behind these sandbags and just fire off some havoc rounds of that. Hopefully that'll be enough to destroy it. Now we've got one back, so we should actually be able to get some work done as well, which is quite nice. Is that doing any damage? It is. Just be careful we don't... Why did that one suddenly... Whoa, it took some damage? Or am I going crazy there? Was it just me, or does that look like something changed? I don't think it did. I think we're fine. I didn't want to accidentally wake that one up and get my poor man killed. Am I going crazy? One of the things I was doing in the background here was producing what was it? Like the surrogate, M7 mechanoids. But it just turned into a gun. Like they finished it and it just turned into a gun. Which is obviously not what I wanted there, and I hope that's not it. Am I missing something? Maybe it got put into storage somewhere? Or actually, maybe it's more likely we need storage for it. I bet that's it. Okay, let's take a look at the Android tiers and then see very quickly that... Yeah, M7 pods, I bet we need one of those. Bollocks. Did I just waste our whole load of resources on something that... Those look a bit ridiculous, okay. Where the hell are we going to put that? That's not massively inconvenient then. Apparently we can just put it anywhere. Okay, it had some weird clipping problems there. We won't worry about it too much. Let's put it there. That's fine. Maybe you're supposed to carry it straight out, and because they had nowhere to put it, maybe it just exploded into a gun. Well, that sucks. Doesn't matter too much, though, because, hey, we're getting our upgrades done. That's the important thing here. All right, we'll put another one of those. It won't matter too much. So research maps. Oh, he's just on that automatically then, huh? Shame you can't. That's the only thing the one complaint I've got about Atomics. I think it's an incredible mod. It's absolutely insane the amount of work they put into this here. Just love to be able to queue up research. Because I do forget. This is a me problem, though. I just forget about these things like way too frequently. I think we've established that with this series already, that I have just an atrocious memory. Research cannot proceed without proper equipment. What research would that mean, my friend? Research cannot proceed without proper equipment? Hang on, I haven't changed anything. He is also researching. What does that mean? With regards to... I mean, I don't think that's Atomics. I've never seen that before. Okay, comment section. If you know what the hell that's talking about, that would be very, very useful to know, because I am completely lost on that one, I'll be honest with you. It's not even pointing to anything. You know, like, obviously, sometimes you have tattered barrel save, for example, which will point at what's wrong. Yeah. Maybe that's referring to... Maybe there is some other research, maybe another mod updated or something like that. No, I feel like the game is... Oh, it is another mod. Archotech ship components. So SRTS, the spaceship mod, that is, has expanded as well. Right, okay. So we're basically missing a multi-analyzer. That's what that's getting at. Okay, we're not. Oh, it's not connected to the bench. Okay, fair enough. I'm not bothered about that right now. We'll cross that one later. Obviously, the upgrades are way, way more important and way overdue here. Oh, so there's our pod then. Can we now churn out one of those M7 droids? Obviously, I want to get this thing built as soon as possible because I think that'd be awesome to get Zero sort of sitting up here or even in the grid, like I said, controlling this droid from the comfort of his bedroom. That's what we can do. We can have him sat in his four-poster bed as he sends one of these droids out to battle. Which, why is that also counted as a prison still? Let's turn that one off. There we go. Oops. I think I broke something? Wait, what? Kills 12. Hang on, we haven't... Whoa. We've never shot anything with these before. Besides AI persona cores. Does that mean we could shoot anything with these and it'll count as a kill? Surely not. Because we haven't shot anything with these, have we? I feel like I'm going crazy here. Maybe we have, and I'm just going nuts. I mean, I feel like I've got to test it now, though, just to see whether or not we can actually shoot, like, just crap on the ground and add that up to its thing. Oh, we can also upgrade it with the MEPS. Burst plus 10 shots. Excuse me? That sounds incredible. So we produce those at the, there's, these, is it? Yeah, there we are. So we need 2 of those, definitely. Actually, we need probably 5 of them, right? Because I assume this thing can also, yeah, there we go. So despite the fact that railguns are obviously firing a giant, you know, a giant slag of metal, basically, a giant slug of metal. Oh, it also gives, oh, it has different effects. So that one gives it plus 10 shots. This one gives it plus 10 tile range and plus 15 pulse size. Interesting. Okay, that's really cool. That's genuinely quite cool. So it's not just like a one-size-fits-all type thing. It actually has variation depending on the gun you're installing on. That's really cool. Rim Atomic's, I mean, is strongly becoming one of my favorite Rimworld mods ever, just because the amount of detail that's gone into this thing. Let's churn out, then, a couple of MEPs. What do we want? 5 of them? I think I'll stick to that for the time being. We'll try and get 5 fully upgraded guns before we build any more. Oh, wait, holy shit, look. Oh, it do be like that. There we go. So we have churned out, this one came with a hand cannon, so they do spawn in with like a gun as well. Interesting. How does this work then? I can't draft you because, I mean, I assume it's got, oh, there we go. No host connected, max 10% consciousness, right, so we can't move. So, does that mean we need to install like a chip into 0? We need to install like a, an interface chip, don't we? And where is it we produce those from then? Sorry, I don't really, oh my god, look at all this stuff. So the cybernet stuff, again, the cybernet and glitternet to some extent, I am going to avoid doing that this entire series. That seems like, especially a lot of this stuff, seems like it's more for cyborgs, like humanoid, biological creatures being integrated into a grid, rather than for robots. Like, we've got all this really, really cool stuff that sounds awesome. You know, your heart's connected to the internet. That's pretty fun. Issue is, doesn't work on robots, because they don't got a heart. Well, I mean, Zero's got a heart, because he's the kindest boy we've ever known. But for everyone else, though, they're not really relevant for this stuff. So I want to give this a fair shout, so we'll do that in a future series. How is it we make these chips again? Is it like the Android upgrade Workbench or something like that? I will find it. Is it in this one? Yeah, there we are. Okay. So VX3 neural chip. Remotely control multiple SX series androids or biological surrogates at the same time and permutate, duplicate their mind. Yes. That seems expensive. Holy shit. 48 components. I mean, normally that'd be incredibly expensive. We've got 1,700 components. That's another thing that's probably adding a lot of wealth to this colony. Maybe we should blow up some of those too. It's actually a really good idea. 95 steel, 95 plastil, very cheap. 8.5 gold. What? I didn't even know you could get 0.5 of an ingredient. 0.5 times gold. Oh, but maybe it's because minor, smaller components obviously need 10 times as much to produce it. But that's normally with only crafting shit like chairs and stuff, right? I have no idea. Components and 8 times. Okay, fine. Oh, come on. No way is this going to limit us like that. Don't do that. Crafting and intellectual. Oh, you fuck. Okay. Great. So, Oilbot. We need to get Oilbot crafting just a load of shit then to build up his skills. Oh, I hate it when they do this. I really do. Okay, so, once again, we can't see the cool stuff because we don't have the crafting and research requirement. Okay, hilarious. So, Oilbot, then, we just need to have him churn out just a load of stuff. I wanted to make stuff that is useful, but also I just want to make him stuff, like, as soon as possible, you know? What do we go for, like, some legs? We don't have very many cybernetic legs. And what do we need for that? Crafting 16? That's not good enough. What do we need? What do we need that's not going to be completely pointless to build? Either that or we just cut our losses and just build something that is pointless to build, but, I mean, it will build up his skill as well at the end of the day. We just haven't churned out a load of advanced components. Hey, that could work. Make advanced components. Do forever. Details. Oilbot. And we'll just have him do that. 9 crafting not assigned. Oh, God, can he even make that at 9 crafting? Yes, just. Holy shit. Oilbot, my friend, I have a job for you. Fabricate things forever. Oh shit, we've got enough resources for this as well. Remember what's actually on it. How long until the next wave turns? I actually can't read it on that floor. There we are, 23 hours till the next raid. This is incredible. I can't believe that we got a sky cut. I know I said, hey, today's goal is to get this done, but I was always expecting, you know, raids to slow down things like that. We got very lucky with the psychic chip. Oh god, there it is. So we need 0 consciousness stored, 0 consciousness assigned to assistants. How about zero's consciousness assigned to assistants, huh? Also needs power. That's true. Probably, I mean, just one look at it would tell you that. Core 1. Oh, God, do I have to build multiple cores? Oh, God, don't tell me that. Okay, fine. So, I've been told that we need a lot of cooling in this one, so that's definitely something we'll consider as well. Hacking lets you hack clients. So, this would be like enemy androids that turn up to the base. So why don't we put a couple of those down? Maybe we'll just put one for now. Maybe we only need one. But we'll build one of each of these. So we got like security, skill, and hacking. Put one of those down, connect it up to the main grid here. And then do we still have our Skymine network? Is that still going? No, I removed it. Okay, so let's put down one of those as well. Can we put it in here? Oh my god, we could hook it up straight to the machine. It is off-center, which is the most frustrating thing I've ever seen. Oh, that's so annoying. Look at that. Why? Come on, Android tiers plus mod. We gotta sort this out, pal. Because this is just not... Oh, god damn it. Okay. We'll put it somewhere else. It's okay. Don't panic too... Sorry, have my hydroponics blighted? I didn't even know that could happen. Okay, well, fuck you too, game. Fuck you too. Let's put it in there, then. That's fine. That's unreal. I had no idea that hydroponics could blight. Okay, very weird. Fine. Thank you. Screw you too, game. Wars are almost in. I have also got them trying to get all these goddamn chunks out of here as well, because it's not making for a very good work environment if they have to keep clambering over all these rocks. Let's run some power to it, then. Let's get this thing turned on. It's not going to be ready before the next raid is here, and I don't really want it to be ready before the next raid is here, because we're not ready for it, to be honest. I don't think it will help out either, having it set up or anything like that. Let's get all this crap gone, too. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be quite a nice little room, I think. Obviously, well defended, right at the very back of the base. Not very susceptible to sappers. They'd have to dig all the way through here, get past a couple of turrets here, dig through the walls, then get to the core. I will put some other defenses around it, like turrets, whatever else. I've been told we need cooling, so that is something, like I said, we don't want it ready before the next raid, because I don't think we have every base covered. If it does need cooling, last you want is overheating as we're fighting off a shitload of people. One thing I want to make sure then is do we have shells ready to hit that mechanoid ship? We do. We got 10 high explosive shells ready to hit that ship for when the enemies turn up. If we time it right, they'll arrive at the funnel at the same time as anyone else, no matter what. So let's make sure that those guys are at the mortars before this all kicks off. Then these things are ready to go. I need to stop your force attack. Have we built those MEPS yet? The MEPs. We have the MEPs, mother. Let's get those installed then. Right, so those on as soon as possible. Just to help out with just what we need. More firepower. Yeah, that's really going to help out a lot. Do you have those targeting chips, though, which is, of course, also going to help out a little bit, too. When we get those installed within the 4 hours. I think they've only just finished those, because I didn't notice a second ago that those weren't ready. All right, here we go. Everyone's in defensive position. We got people on the turrets as well. Oh, in hindsight, the one thing I didn't actually check was whether or not Oh, we're already firing, are we? They spawned in over there. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, wow, that's a lot. What are they attacking? Panthers? What the hell what's going on? Was that like a friendly fight or something? I have no clue. Are they fighting one another, or is that me going crazy here? So to kidnap who they can and leave? Wait, what? Did they turn up at the same time? Maybe one of the mods has bugged out or something. I have no idea. We don't want to wake up the mechanoids yet, because it's obviously going to take these guys a long time to get there. What the fuck just happened there? That was really odd. It's like they shot one guy and then kidnapped him and left? I have no clue. Oh, wow. Okay, apparently we're loaded and ready to go. That was a fantastic shot, by the way. Yeah, let's get these guys instead. High explosive shell. Let's focus on the mechanoids, wake them up. I think we probably want to hold off a few more seconds, but obviously it does take a little while for them to hit that. It's also not guaranteed they'll hit it the first time as well. So let's quickly swing those around. Timing's looking okay on that, I think. The mechanoids might get there a little bit too early. Come on, wake them up, wake them up, wake them up. What the hell are they doing? What are they doing? Are they actually leaving? Wait, what? So they turned up. That's so weird. They turned up. They shot one of their own guys who they then kidnapped, and then they left. Okay, hold fire, hold fire. Don't shoot the mechanoids. God damn. Not loaded. Yeah, keep it that way. Stop the force attack. Oh, shit. They maybe just fired some shells. Fuck. Oh, God, that's so annoying. I mean, it's not a bad thing. Obviously, we had to fight these guys eventually anyway. God damn, that's frustrating. Okay, so these guys have... you know what? Let's look at it this way. We're just fighting an easy mechanoid raid. How about that? Maybe that's a better way to look at things here. Fire at the mammoths. You guys just fire at will with the old artillery there. Low tier mining bot. What the hell are you doing, my man? Oh, I am restricted them to help mine this out. Sorry, that's completely my bad. Let's get them back in here for the time being. There you go. You guys can fuck off back through there if you don't mind. Right, let's get everybody's weapons equipped then, just as a backup here. Looks like we might be fighting these mechanoids today after all. That's fine, because we obviously don't want the psychic ship getting too powerful there and upsetting all of our people. Right, so you're good, you're good. That guy, I've actually set his defense position over to the switch instead rather than the doors. It'd be much better, and I've actually dismantled the doors as well. It'd be just much better if these things do come under fire to just shut the switch off, so that way they're not targeted anymore. Obviously, it lasts a few seconds after. Do we get the mech installed? Not on those ones. Oh, we got one installed. Okay, not fantastic, but not terrible either. Right, they are coming forward. Now, we didn't actually damage the ship enough to get them to go into a full-blown assault, so they're only going to continue the assault if they themselves take damage, which given that we got these things going on here. Why are you not firing? Oh, is that its range? I completely forgot that the range on these are much more diminished compared to these ridiculous fucking things. And these guys loaded? 24 and 24. Yeah, this is going to be very, very interesting then. Wait. Oh, God. I think I found our droid. It's right there. It's in the middle of the field. Okay. Right. That's really dumb. That's actually really, really stupid. That's also completely my bad for forgetting those things are there. Leave them there. Wait, what? What do you mean gather weapons? Oh, gather weapons data. My God, I thought Zero had stopped manning the things and gone back and researching them for a second. Okay, don't do that. Scare the life out of me. All right, here we go. This should be interesting. Oh, look at that for a shot. Incredible shot from the mortar there. Really backing things up. Not that we really obviously need any more damage output here. Right, how are these Punishers looking? Can fire in 1 more second. I forgot how powerful these things were. Boom, look at that. Lots of dead crawlers just from one shot. That's insanely good to see. And then this thing is going to be so effective, I think, against the mammoths. You know, obviously it's got much more diminished range, but these things move so slowly that it should be able to fire off many, many, many rounds before these mammoths get even slightly too close. Right, let's set... Oh, ready. Okay, open fire. Kill that mammoth. Wait, excuse me. Open fire. Kill that mammoth. I want to see how much damage we get on a single mammoth from this. Wow. Okay, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely insane. I love it, but it's a little bit OP, huh? And obviously those do actually kind of questionable damage against mammoths. Just goes to show the Marauders are kind of ridiculously OP. That was a direct shot from that Punisher. He just walked it off, but the other one just got annihilated. That's so good. Okay, let's set target on that one. Should be able to take that no problem. 5 seconds. The only problem is, are they going to get out of range? You know, is he going to get close enough to be able to avoid most of this firepower? So it'd be better to fire at that group, but... You know what? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. There we go. It's nice and distracted. Open fire. There's another one dead. That's the one problem with these Punishers. This is exactly why I installed those other two. It's because it's just destroying the bodies. And we get nothing to show for it. Like, we're getting nothing out of this at all. So all of the plasteel, all of the steel, whatever else we would have got from these guys normally, just completely gone. Now, hang on. Is anything actually going to be able to shoot at these guys? Obviously, we've got the Lancers doing, like, this run and gun tactic, but that's not really going to affect things too much. Come on. You've got to fire once more. 4, 3, 2, 1. You know what? If we get lucky, hang on. Hold fire a second. I almost want to stop it, but actually it's still going to do a lot of damage. Here we go. Watch this. Devastating. Holy shit. That is unreal. That's so ridiculous. It just, like, incinerated 4 mammoths there without even so much of a blink. Let's see if you can take out that centipede then, because that's probably the biggest threat to the base right now. This is unreal. Yeah, these guys are just fucked, aren't they? And then they're up against 2 more. The second they think they're safe, second they get around the corner, that's going to stun it, that's going to finish it off, and probably destroy all of our walls in the process. Very dumb. Maybe we should just have the Marauders as the final line of defense. Because we need the resources to be able to do all this crazy shit. But the Marauders will save our lives. You know, that's the thing that is annihilating the enemies. I don't mind the enemies' bodies being annihilated if they're getting this close to the base. Maybe that's something to talk about in future episodes. Maybe not right now once we're right at the end here. But, man, this is almost seems unfair. I actually feel bad for these mechanoids. Keeping them stunned in place and then just having this crazy amount of firepower coming in. From our people and, of course, this as well. What is that explosive sound? What was that? Oh, is it a fire phone popper? Okay, that's really funny. There we go. Done. Raid is officially over. I actually felt bad for the mechanoids there. Done. Let's go ahead and destroy these last 2... I'll send these guys out just to go and destroy these 2 ships, or the one ship that's left there, very, very quickly. And then, I think that was a very successful day, but I mean, look at this. Tomorrow, we've got all of this shit to look forward to. Finally, we can see what this true Sky Mind thing is. What's worse is we've got the gun set to melter mode as well. So that's not even like Blaster is the one that... Wait, is melter mode the one that does the AoE? It is, isn't it? Yeah, so, I mean, that plus the... Marauders, we're not getting anything out of that. So I think we need to go Blaster plus Marauders. Otherwise, we are just literally going to have nothing left ever. Yeah, you fire as well then, my friend. There we go. Let's get this ship part done. These are actually quite resilient. Plasma guns are obviously incredibly powerful as well to be doing that. There we go. Problem solved. Well done, team. Done. Very nice. I think we'll leave it there for today, mainly because I need to rest my voice before I completely blow it out for the next week again, so we can't have another week of pre-recorded / no episodes, can we? Oilbot's still working hard. Hopefully by tomorrow we'll have that final... I'll get him as much crafting XP done. Obviously we've got 2.5 days before the next raid. I'm never going to skip over any raids in this series, so we'll I'll get him as much experience done as possible, get things built up, and then I look forward to seeing what this thing does. I'm actually genuinely very excited for this. This seems like the very top Android endgame, so we can finally get Zero to ascend to full control over everything the way he should be. In the meantime, then, thank you all for watching. I apologize that today I've been extremely ill, but I think we've got some, I feel like we've got some good progress going here. Hopefully we get back to the regular swing of things quite soon. It's going to take me a couple of episodes, so I think to settle back in, especially get this fucking flu. I can't believe it. First episode back and I sound like shit. Let's give a shout out to the patrons who made this series possible in the first place, and thank you guys for all having patience over the past week as well, while the episodes have been just sort of on and off, but we should be back to regular schedule, if not, you know, starting today, very, very, very soon, especially during the new year as well. Thanks to Alchemia, Anthony Gawley, Sunikuro, to Atmos, Savage Gamer 419, Bacon Kitten, Bellex Strombo, Ben Hoffland, Chesty, Crotus, Donald, Facuna Vasquez, Gogolus, Harry McGowan, Iguana Squad, James Shea, Jonah Waters, Justin Wallace, Caden Carter, Michael Mullen, Muskratful, Norstrus, Necrophilum, Paul, Palvis Presley, Rodin, Scott, Skaz, Slippy Nips, Somnus, Shay, The One Ring, Tom Terror 18, Troy, Tyler Kendall, Tyler McClam, Ow, Vacuous Backers, Farragon, and William Green for the support the insane tier levels on Patreon. Holy shit, I hope you guys don't mind if I don't read off the other 40 or so names. Tomorrow I'll read them all off twice or something like that to make up for it, but if I read it off, I think it's actually going to finish off what's left of my voice, and I still have another episode to record for today as well. So thank you to all of the Patreons. I'll make sure the lists are fully updated as well, because there were a few people who very generously gave their support as well and actually backed the Patreon campaign while I was away, which is absolutely nuts, especially as we were down to like the one episode day and it was over Christmas. But thank you for the generosity as well. I'll make sure you guys are fully appreciated tomorrow. I'll make sure all those lists are updated as well. Like I said, it's been very touch and go here, so apologize while things are getting back up on our feet. But thank you guys, and I shall see you all tomorrow for another episode of The Fun Adventures of Zero and His Merry Band of Merry Men.